welcome to my channel. This is Cassie. So in today's video I'll be going ahead and quickly sharing with you this makeup look that you see right here, which is this Indian festive glam makeup look. And I hadn't planned any makeup look in my mind. I just went with the flow and this is what I ended up with, and I personally love how this has turned out to be, and I absolutely love this makeup look. So if you are someone who's gonna go out, or if you are just at home and if you just want to go ahead and glam yourself up, then why not go ahead and do that. Get dressed for yourself. You don't have to go ahead and go out in public if that is not what you are looking for, but you can also go ahead and get dressed for yourself at home. Click some pictures. So if you want to know how I went ahead and I created this makeup look, then make sure that you watch the video till the end. And also, if you are someone who is new to my channel and if you are watching me for the first time, then please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and be a part of my tiny little family right here on YouTube. And also, don't forget to press the bell icon right besides the subscribe button, because that is how you will get notified every time I upload a video and you don't miss out on my future videos or on my future content. And now, without any further ado, let's jump into the video. Starting off, we'll go ahead and prep our skin, and for that I'm using my Pond's Superlight Gel Moisturizer, which I absolutely love. So I'm just taking a little on my skin. And today I decided to go ahead and film this video with no voiceover. I wanted to sit down and do a talk through video, and so I have gone ahead and slathered my face with this moisturizer. As you can see, moisturizer is nicely synced into my skin. We'll go ahead and use a good primer. For that, I'll be using my Lakme Absolute Blur Perfect Primer, and this is a very good and affordable primer. Absolutely goes ahead and blurs out your pores, not completely, but yes, it does to an extent. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this on my nose and on my, around my nose, wherever I have large pore issue. So since our skin is nicely moisturized and primed, let's move on to the foundation. And for my foundation, I'll be using this full coverage Superstay foundation, which is from Maybelline. I'm in the shade called Warm Nude 128. So this is what I'm gonna go ahead and use for today's makeup look. Now, taking my PAC 025 foundation blending brush, I'm just going ahead and blending the foundation. I'm pressing my foundation onto the skin. And I know this foundation is a little light for my skin tone, but I had a foundation which was in the shade, the same Superstay foundation in the shade 310. I'm not sure, it's called Sun Beige, but that was expired, so I had to go ahead and throw it away. So this is the only shade that I have in this full coverage range, but we'll go ahead and fix it using a loose setting powder. And I'm not going in with any concealer today. I'm going to go ahead and use the same foundation as my concealer under my eyes as well, because this is a full coverage foundation, so you definitely don't need another layer of concealer. You can use your full coverage foundation as your concealer under your eyes to go ahead and hide your dark circles. The second step is to go ahead and set your makeup in place, and for that you need a good loose setting powder. And for my today's loose setting powder, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Setting Powder, which I'm almost over with. I just have a little left in this, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this to set my foundation in place. And especially I'm going to go ahead and concentrate this loose setting powder under my eyes, because foundation or concealer creases under my eyes. So I need to make sure that that area is nicely sealed in. I'm gonna go ahead and use some more loose setting powder, and I'm taking this nice fluffy brush. Go ahead and zoom you in a little. And now that you guys are up close, let's go ahead and start with the third step. And the third step is to go ahead and use a good bronzer or a blush or whatever you prefer. I personally prefer bronzer first, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my LA Colors bronzer, which is one of my favorite bronzer. And if you have been watching my channel or if you have been watching my videos, then you know how much I love this bronzer. This is a very, it's a very warm bronzer, as you can see already. I know this is looking too bronze, but you know what, we'll fix this at the end. And also I'm using the same brush on my eyelids because we are going to go ahead and move on with a good eye look, which I'm going to go ahead and show it to you in a minute. So for my today's eyeshadow look, I'm using the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette, and I have used this palette in a lot of my videos if you have seen. And yes, if you see me fanning myself, it's because I have turned off my fan and it's a little hot in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick this shade called Blazing, and I'll place it on my crease area. And for my lid area, I'm gonna go ahead and pick this shade called Blood Moon, and I'm picking this shade on my fingertip itself. Using a nice smaller brush, and I'm picking this shade called Amber from the same palette, and I'll be going ahead and using it on the outer half of my lid. So since I don't want to go ahead and do a winged eyeliner, I'm going to go ahead and use an angled brush, and I'll be picking up this brown shade, dark brown shade called Ode, and I'll go ahead and use this on my lash line and kind of create a smoked winged eyeliner look. I'll just quickly go ahead and use a nice clean blending brush. Go ahead and blend the edges right here, just to make sure that it is nice and blended and doesn't have any harshness. I'm gonna go ahead and use this shade on my lower lash line. And now let's move on to my brows, and for that I'm using my Blue Heaven eyebrow definer. For my mascara, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Rimmel London Scandaleyes mascara. So for my lipstick, I'm going to go ahead and use these two combos. This is the Miss Claire Glimmer Stick for lips in the shade called Bobby Brown, and this is the Maybelline's Superstay Matte Ink Lipstick, and this is in the shade called Cocoa Connoisseur. So I'll be going ahead and definitely listing everything down below, so don't forget to check that out. Okay, so now let's move on with some blush. I need to go ahead and add in some color to my face, and for that I'm going to go ahead and use my Swiss Beauty blusher palette. Shade right here, which has a little bit of corally hint to it. So for my highlighter, I'm again going ahead and using the same palette, and I'm picking this two highlighter shades. I'm gonna go ahead and add this in my inner corner. So since I'm done with my makeup, now it's time to go ahead and set all of your hard work in place, and for that I'm gonna go ahead and use this setting spray. This is by Swiss Beauty. Or if you are allergic to fragrances, then I think you should stay away from this because it does have a lot of fragrance in it, and I'll just go ahead and fix this area using a loose setting powder right here. I have my hair in this bun situation. I'm just going ahead and pulling this few hair strands and just making it look nice and puffy. Makeup look is done, but since it's an Indian festive glam makeup look, it's very important to go ahead and add a bindi, because that is how your Indian makeup look will be completed. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly add in a bindi to this look. So that is all I have for you today in this video, and I hope you liked watching this video. And also I did go ahead and add a little bit of body highlighter. I mean, I used the same Swiss Beauty palette and I picked up this 2 highlighter shade and I just went ahead and added this onto my body. Hence you can see my body is nice and glistening and glowy. So yes, you can go ahead and do that. If you are wearing something that's showing your shoulders or your collarbones, you can go ahead and add in some highlighter. So if you enjoyed watching this video, then please go ahead and smash that like button, and I'll see you in my next video. Till then, peace and love to you all. Bye.